Well, good morning everybody. As you can see, the sun is shining again, which is good. I did a contract last night, but I forgot to put up a screenshot. I'll put one here if I remember. And there was also a screenshot I took of the worker sowing the new vines, which I also forgot to put up, not last night but the night before I think, so I'll put that up here too. So, I've not actually collected on the contract I did last night, the one I finished up on anyway, because I thought it would be handy to keep hold of this here lorry and trailer to sell some of our crops. Now, we have got a really good price this morning for the white grapes up at Johnson's Supply. So that is where we're about to go. So I think this will work. Trying to make sure flick through everything in here. White grapes, there we go. Because I just thought it'd be far quicker to do it using this than it would clearly using my little trailer. So the farmer doesn't mind that I held on to this overnight for a bit, thankfully. So that I could do this. So it's a bit of a favour to me, really. I'm at the standpipe. Horse is looking okay this morning. I hope he still is. We will take him out for a ride at some point today. Right. I want to have a look on the map and see where it is. So I'm going, not the grain mill, so the one past the grain mill. So yeah, the price for red grapes is still going up. It's quite low at the moment. If it gets high enough, we will sell them also. So we'll hold on to this lorry as long as we can. We will probably be doing, it probably won't be that long really, because we do need to do some contracts today to make up for the money we spent this morning, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. Ooh, wonderful driving, as you can see. I take corners way too fast. Yeah, I think Racer's doing okay. He certainly seemed a bit more settled looking this morning. I checked up on him, topped up the water. He's still got enough food. We will need to find them some more oats though, so if there's a contract that pops up for harvesting oats, great. Hopefully he's probably still got enough to do them today and probably into tomorrow. Beyond that, I think we would be hoping to get some oats from somewhere. Fingers crossed. Right, here we go. Oops, forward a little bit more. Switch off the engine and we'll sell off these grapes, and hopefully that's going to give us quite a bit of money. Yep, nearly 37,000, almost 38,000. We are very happy with that. So that's really good. So now I just need to hope that we get the same, get a reasonable price for the red ones too, before we have to give back this truck, because I say I don't know how much longer I can hang on to it for. I've got a couple of things to do in the farm. We could certainly take the horse for a quick jaunt ride. and if we need to, well, we hold off for the prices to stabilise on the red. But I'm certainly looking at, I'm not looking for anything less than 700 on them. If I don't get 700 on them, they won't be getting sold today. I'm quite happy that, you know, we've got a not bad amount of money there now for us. And we still have to collect on this contract, as I say, so it could be better yet. Now I'm just going to abandon this here. Just try and keep an eye on the prices. I also want to keep an eye on there's an awful lot of, is that a potato? Remove tops. I'm a bit confused. It's an awful lot of removed tops, but I'm not seeing actually. Oh, I think we've got an issue with the app. Okay, let's have a look at this one then. This is probably going to make more sense. So yeah, you can see there's not a lot growing, and certainly other than 25, and I don't know what that is. It is actually oats. Oats. It's ready for harvest. Let's see if I can just. I won't be able to bag that contract. But then, you know, if I can. Sunflowers. 25 oat. So what I'll do is I will end this contract, collect, because when I get this contract it'll give me another vehicle on which to transport my grapes in. So say it's still going up. We'll see where it gets to before we sell it. Now, here's something that I did earlier. So this morning I came in here. This was something really weird happened actually. I went to find the cultivator that, you know, pretty much identical to this one, that is very cheap. So I used it to cultivate my vines. You know, I just lease it, and I went and got that. I don't know actually what I've done with my. Yeah, I've parked it over there. Because I thought, right, I'm going to put in a little bit here, not too big, because I want to put in some potatoes. And my plan is to potato box there. So I have a plan, my cunning plan. So I bought this little planter here. This is dead cheap. It was 1,000 and a bit. So you've forgotten already. So if I go into somewhere in here is potato technology. So I peer at this thing. There we go. So potato technology. So that's just, yeah, just over 1,100 to buy. Plus there's like a harvester which is dirt cheap, 250. So I got both of those, and I bought some seed potatoes and filled it up. It's way more than what I will need for this. This is the little harvester. It's dead cute. I mean, I'm ideally what I'd like to work towards eventually is this, which is a little bit bigger, a little bit more expensive, but it's just amazing. And I mean, and that's just for that. There's still a header, but it looks great. I love the colour there actually as well. So yeah, that's what we're working towards, from that to that. So hopefully we'll get there eventually. But in the meantime, we've got this little plot here. We've got our little cultivator here, which is a replacement for the one that went missing in the store that we usually use. I couldn't find it anywhere. It was just gone. So what I've concluded, and it is just an assumption really, is the possibility that the manufacturer stopped producing the other one, and this is the replacement on the market. And this one, the other one came as a whole unit, as you can see what this looks like now. But this one, it doesn't have to have the crumbler bit on the back, you can just do the front end. But I like the crumbler bit on the back, I think it breaks up the soil a bit better. So yeah, I mean it's the same price, so you know, it's just, I think, the sort of newer version of what we were previously using. I just found it a bit weird that it completely disappeared from stores, but you know, it's fine. Right. I think that should be that. So yeah, I came down, and of course this is going to, oh, I should have actually, before I cultivated it, I should have, doesn't matter, I can do it now. Certainly before I sow it, I'm going to have to lime it, fertilise it, or lime it first, fertilise, sow and fertilise again, should do it. So I'm going to empty this out and add in some fertiliser. The racer's for some reason looking a bit stressed again, but hopefully you'll be okay. Now I need to go actually and fix my tablet, because it's what tells me what needs what. It's not ideal having it the way that it is, so what I'll do is I'll pop back to the house in a minute. I'll just fill this up. Before I do the job, I'll pop back to the house and we'll quickly try and fix the PDA tablet-y thing, whatever you want to call it, because it is important that you have that working. So and I've got some ideas about grass as well, which will come to in a bit. I just go do this. Okay, just sit here and we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I'll just put this manual back in here. I think we're all working again. It took a little bit longer than I planned, but while I was doing that, I'll leave that door open and get some fresh air. This arrived. This is some lumber that I ordered from the sawmill, so I have a little bit of an idea of how to maybe get a little bit of an additional income, but I'll be dealing with that today if I get the time, tomorrow if not. So, but I also have other plans afoot. The plans. So, I'll show you this is working out. Go to this, and of course this is tiny bit here. We're here, and we need lime. So, as we expected we would. So I'll quickly lime this. Seems a bit of overkill for a plot this size, but I don't have anything smaller in which to do it with. There we go, that's the lime down. And we'll empty this out and put the fertiliser back in. I'm going to end up having stuff dropped all over this place soon enough, but you know. Look, he's settled down again. He's eating away up there, looking quite happy as our racer, so that's good to see. You don't like to see animals being stressed, you know, so it's good to see that he's settling in a bit better. Yep, I hear you. Okay, well, fertilizer, and then we can sow. There we go. And I won't put this too far away because I'm going to need to do it again once I've actually sown it. I'm going to at some point need to invest in a bit more lumber to build some more sheds to keep all these little bits and pieces of equipment that I've now got kicking around. Now then, as you know, my driving's not the straightest, so let's see how we go. Okay. And yeah, be interesting to see how much we get off of this little plot. I could have made it a little bit bigger, but you know, it's really just partly so that I put the potatoes for myself, but also I'll sell some that's left over. And I think that's it. So we'll just have a quick look. It's not too bad, right? Let's see what we get coming up. I think that's, I'm happy with that. Right, put this away. As I say, we've still got plenty of sweet potatoes left, so I suspect this little filling this up is going to keep me going for a few harvests. I'll switch it off and drop it down, and then we go back and get the fertilizer. And then I'll also put away the plough there, and then I think we'll go and harvest some oats and hope we get a little bit left over for Racer. We should also try and remember and keep an eye on that price for it's still going up, and it looks like quite good as well, so that's gives me that. Okay. And plough away. And the cultivator will go back to the shop at some point. See if I can just squeeze this in here. I'll wait for the end bit maybe. Right, I'm going to be taking the little car. Okay, let's go and get the car out here. And I'll drive over along to the field where we've got the oats. And get that harvested. It's not a big field, so anything we have left over is just checking on Racer there. Anything we have left over won't be a lot, but you know. I'm just thinking if we just park off the road here on this side it might be fine. And I can run over to just put that here, but I think I'm going to I like to try and leave the pipe to one side, so what I might do is back this out the way just now so I can turn this around and keep the pipe to the outside so I don't have to drive on the crop when we empty it. So I need to unfold, get this lined up. And off we go. Everything's looking okay in here. It's all good. Radio time. Ooh, Rock FM. I think I'll turn off the swath because I won't be using it, so see if I can remember how to do that. That's it. There's no point in having a swath if the farmer's not going to want the straw, and I can't afford to buy the straw from them, so yeah. I did think about putting oats into, you know, the little plot we've just sown the potatoes in, because clearly we are going to need some for the horses as they come and go. But for a plot that size, hiring something to then harvest it is just not feasible, and I don't think there's a way of harvesting it by hand really in this way of doing things. But we will look to buy a field at some point. So quite a few of these fields also, they come with a little bit of land as well, so it makes it a bit more expensive to get them, unfortunately. But alright, I just buy a small bit of land and put my own field in, but I prefer to just get one of these. I was looking at the ones up by the old farm, but of course you have to buy the whole farm area to get access to buying those fields, so of course, yeah, it's not happening. And the other thing we're going to need is hay, and the one thing I do have on the land I currently own is plenty of grass, so I've been considering mowers, and I'll need the tedder as well. And there is a small cheap tedder. Moors are less cheap, but there is one I've got my eye on. I'm not sure that the setup I'm thinking about will work, but I think we're going to have to give it a try and see what happens. I don't know if that music's too loud now. It's maybe just this radio station's a bit louder. Yeah, well, enjoy. So yeah, I think certainly the next thing I'll be buying is a mower. Because I'd like to just cut the grass around the house. I could even just use that for hay as well. I don't mind. There's a few weeds in this field by the looks of things. And it's okay if we're harvesting, we'll get rid of those. And they look like they're quite small at the moment, as you can see, they're just coming through. So the one thing I don't have yet is anything to do weed contracts. I mean, I should. I'm waiting to see how many weeds, if any, I get in the potatoes. Certainly, we don't appear to be getting any in the vines, which is a blessing. So, but I don't know about the potatoes. But there is at least a hole that the shop has that I could. They do get weeds. I can just pop to the shop and buy the hoe. It's not too expensive. Just do it by hand because it's a small enough plot. For that I can do by hand, which is good. It's a shame I can't harvest cereal crops by hand. Okay, I think what we'll do is get to the end of this row, and then we will switch off the radio, and then we'll time lapse this next bit till this field's done, and we'll see what we get left of the oats. If I get a couple hundred litres, that'll do. It's just enough to keep Racer ticking over for now. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay, we're back. Apologies, did have to take a quick call in the middle of that, so yeah, happens sometimes. So we've not got a lot of oats from that field, but so yeah, I say we might get a couple hundred litres out of it. It's also because it's all one load, it's timing right for stopping it, emptying it. to try and keep a little bit as well back for horse. Trying to get around the map more without using the sat nav to see if that see how well I'm learning it or not, as the case may be. I always think it looks a bit better without if we can do without. So. Here we are. I don't know if you saw me looking at the prices of the red grapes, so it's not too bad a price actually here where we are now. So the hope is that I need to be able to see that a bit better. The hope is that I'll bring them up here using this. What shall we use? Contract finished. Yeah, sold some, but we've got a little bit left, so we'll take that. Yeah. See, it's difficult to judge it. So we'll take this down and we'll give it to Racer, and then we will fill this up with our red grapes and come back up here to sell them. And then after that, we probably should actually have some lunch as well, maybe, but maybe we'll have a quick lunch when we get back, because it's nearly 1 o'clock. Well, now it is 1 o'clock, so we might stop and have a very quick lunch. Another sec. And the other price is going up, and it might get to even higher than what the other one is, but I just feel I need to just get them sold, get out of the way, then I can get this contract completed and I can then move on to another one. And as I was driving around there was something else I thought I probably needed to buy even before I bought lawnmower, and that is a trailer, probably like the one we've got now. Actually would be the first step on the ladder, and I think it's about 27 grand for one of these, so it's not cheap, but we do have enough money. We cars there as well, but I'll try and remember and stop there for it later. Potatoes are coming through already, I think. Well, I hope that's potatoes, and no, I don't know why I came this way. Actually, I want to go to the horse, not into here. They only come into here to put the horse. I think the horse is going to take all of this. Oh, I've just gone blank to where I was actually saying. Oh well. Here we go, Racer. It's a bit more oats for you. Oh, you dig it all. Kind of expected you would. So, yeah, I mean, we're at 130,000. I can get a trailer, and I think that's what our next buy will be, and then a lawnmower. There's oats in it, but there's not. Okay, we'll get all of these in here. That's it. the red grapes could definitely use with possibly getting replaced to allow a bit of a higher yield, I think. Yeah, well. So sell these, come back, pick up the little car, end the contract, and then we'll go. We didn't stop for lunch, never mind. I'll survive, and then we'll go and pick up Racer and go for a take him out for his daily ride, and then we'll come back and do some contracts. So yeah, that will be what we'll be doing for the rest of the day. You probably won't see that. Actually, I don't know if I will be picking up too many contracts because I also have that place to build. How much it would be to get somebody to come help me build it. I wouldn't have thought it'd be too much, right, for a day's work. So maybe get a little bit of help on the building of that little project I'm about to get going. This is a massive Ferguson, in case you were wondering. You probably see the logo on the steering wheel there. I mean, that is one good thing about doing the contracts and using other people's stuff. Okay, you get a bit less money for the contract, but you get to try out different lots of vehicles, etc. So it's all good. There we go. Let's see what we get. Not bad at all, and that's a good amount of money that we now have. So yeah, I need to think about now what I'm going to spend it all on, and I'll be spending it quickly before the taxman comes and throws down another sign. I don't know why the taxman's always a man. Tax people come. A bit more inclusive, that. Okay. We don't actually have quite too much time left, I don't think, of this video, so yeah, as I say, we'll go back to where we left the car, little GP thing, and finish its contract, pop to the farm, take Racer out for a bit. You won't get to see all of that, but it's fine. And then we'll do a bit of building. If we can squeeze a couple of contracts in, we will. It's all good, so yeah. Now, is it here we are? No, it's further right. It's at the granary, whatever you want to call it. Granary? Doobie doobie doo, doobie doo. Yeah, here then. Yabba dabba da. Okay, I'll just park this here and let the farmer know to come in. We're done. Well, he'll know when I bill him. He'll come and collect it. So, yep. There we go. Gear, and off we go. And back to the farm. the length of this grass. It's kind of annoying me, but it's hey. Once I chop it all down. Okay, I'll leave that there just now, and we'll go and find a horse. I'll hopefully be cutting this grass tomorrow for some hay. There is still enough there for Racer for probably a wee while yet, I would think. Hey boy, do you just stand still somewhere and I'll try and jump on you? Or not, and I'll try and just jump on you anyway. Yeah. It's not doing well, is it? It's not having it. I know, I'm just jumping on you, literally. Oh. You're just doing that stress thing again. You were so calm earlier. This is not working. Okay. Give me a minute, I'll try and get him to calm down. Okay, as you can see, we eventually got him calmed down and managed to get on. So we'll see how this goes. I'm trying to think which way to go. I mean, we were in the woods, which there's still plenty of woodlands to see, and it's a nice drive. But to be honest, there's still bits of this map that we've not had a look at yet, so we'll just go and have a look around a bit more, I think. I wish it was possible to get up into those mountains. This looks so bonny, but they are, as big as they are quite far away, you know, so yay. Nice bit of fresh air after spending most of the morning in the vehicles, so anyway, we're pretty much at the end of our time for today, so thank you everyone for watching, and we will hopefully catch you again next time. Goodbye for now, everyone.